Welcome back everyone to our channel. We're so glad to have you back for our next episode of upgrading these beautiful second gen CRVs. On today's episode, we're going to look at sprucing up all this plastic. Now, depending on how much sun you guys get, where you live, your plastic may or may not be weathered like this. Very light in some areas, dark in others. Depends on if it's garage kept, probably also. But today we're going to try to get all of that one color and looking new again. So should be a nice upgrade for you, and we'll see how it turns out. Stay tuned, you're gonna like this. All right, the first step to get these plastics new again is to get the car really clean. I've already washed the car yesterday, and so now what the manufacturer recommends to prep it, these plastics, is to use Dawn detergent. It has a special cleaners in there that takes the oils and grease. So we're just going to go over just the plastic areas with some soapy Dawn. All right, so let's put some Dawn in here and get some, oh, that's good. All right, adding some water, getting it suds up. All right, so let's get some suds on here. Wash it real good. Go ahead and open your doors and we can get this. So the next step after you wash the car is to make sure it's completely dry. I mean bone dry. Make sure there's no drips anywhere behind anything. Definitely let it dry in the sun if you can. Use some compressed air to blow out crevices, but you cannot have any water. Water in the product we're going to use does not mix. I searched high and low on the internet and did a lot of research. This is the product I finally decided to use. It's called Cerakote Trim Coat. Let's see how it does. It says guaranteed for 200 washes. Let you be the judge. But the first step to start is to roll down all your windows. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, all the windows are down. Now you got to take out the gloves in here that they provide. So the gloves they provide here, just some kind of protective glove. I'll go ahead and put them on. So each cloth comes in a packet. We'll go ahead and take one out, tear it open. It says do not unfold it. It's to this point. So now you do the edge closest to the paint first. If you get any on the paint or the plastic, just wipe it off. So here we can see what's done and what's not. I'm going to do this top trim part first and come back. So you can see the difference here, but this back bumper, let's see, I think it's a different material, the front and back bumpers, as these trim stuff, because it's darkening it, but I don't think it's darkening it like a trim. Get a little bit on the glass or paint, just wipe it off with a microcloth. It comes right off, and then just keep going with your here you can see the difference here. Looks really nice. So let's go ahead and hit the other side. All right, we finished treating all the plastic, and it's now maybe a day or two later, and I wanted to touch up some areas to see if it would do anything, because if you look right up here at the, here you can see there's still a little bit of white areas. This front bumper and the back bumper, for some reason, is a different kind of plastic, and it didn't cover as well, although it did make a huge difference. It is definitely darker than it was, but not like the sides. The sides look beautiful. But so what I wanted to do is put another coat on after this one was dry to see what would happen. Well, look, come over here to where I've done that, and you'll see something here. It starts to bead up. You see how it's kind of beading? I had just applied this, and so that's telling me that the first coat created a seal, and so the second coat really is not penetrating. I'm gonna go ahead and go over it one more time to get rid of those beads, and let's see if it beads up again. All right, so it did kind of bead up again. So what I did is took an old cloth that doesn't have material and went over it one more time to kind of soak up the beads, and I mean, it looks okay now. So the lesson learned here is you need to do it fully 100% the first time. Don't think you can come back after it dries and get it. Now you could probably touch up a few areas you missed, like spot touch, but not trying to coat the whole thing again. So the key is to get enough of these claws to do it right the first time. And if you run out, don't try to push into other areas. Just stop where you're at, get some more cloths, and do it 100% with a good amount of material on the cloths. So good lesson learned here. So that concludes this episode. As you can see, it did quite a good job of blackening up all our plastic. You also noticed my teenage son wasn't here. My teenage daughter helped me. So what's cooler than that? Teenage daughter and father working on a project car together. Awesome. Stay tuned to the end as we're going to reveal more of this beautiful build. See you next time.